were actually set up on a blind date. A guy that I taught his daughter dance, I would always see him in the waiting room of the dance studio, and he would say to me, I've got this nice Italian guy I want to set you up with, because he knew I liked the Italian men, which I did. And I was maybe dating a lot of not so nice Italian men at the time, so he really knew I needed a win. I was also working at the Olive Garden. My friend came around the corner and said, hey, there's this guy out front, and he's asking to see you. Do you know him? And I kind of looked around the corner, and I'm like, I have no idea who that dude is.
Yeah, there was a rainstorm. Like 3 of us were having free drinks at a Mexican restaurant across the street. And I'm like, hey, that's that Olive Garden in Coral Springs. I need to go over there and see this girl, Meghan.
I'll never forget, he was standing there and he was soaking wet. And he had on a bright yellow t-shirt, hot bod underneath, and a big glaring tattoo. And immediately I said to myself, oh Lord, who is this? And oh my goodness, my parents are not gonna like this.
10 minutes later, I walk back, they're like, what the hell happened? I'm like, yeah, we're going to the beach. There's a funny story. I'm driving down the road about a month into it. I'm like, hey, how many guys am I competing with? And Meghan said,
oh, just a few.
And I was like, slammed on the brakes on the truck on the highway. I'm like, what?
It was obvious to me at that point, oh, he's in it. He's really in it.
Yeah, so I was sitting in a lifeguard stand with a buddy of mine. He was a reserve PJ down at Homestead Air Force Base in Miami. And he just told me about pararescue, and I'm like, that's it, I'm on it.
After he explained all of it, I don't ever remember feeling anything other than, hell yes, go for
it. Fast forward 6 years, we got a young toddler and a baby on the way. And I'm an instructor out at the schoolhouse now. We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my supervisor and me go out on a training mission, sort of advon. We were doing some training parachute jumps. Back then we were starting to film students under canopy. We're walking out to the plane, we get on the plane, we leave, we're in the air. As soon as we broke away from each other, turned to getting safe distance and altitude from each other to deploy our parachutes. I deploy my parachute and I'm looking around the sky and I don't see him. And I'm like, well, is he in the sun? Is he here? I'm sort of looking all the way to the ground, and I land on the ground and the drop zone is just chaos. And people are running around everywhere. And as I heard somebody like out of my periphery go, he was in a gray jumpsuit. And I'm like, that.
So when he called me, I was 8 months pregnant with our second son, Zach. And I was on bed rest, so I was having some complications. This is exactly what I heard. Hey, Meg. Hey, babe. How's it going? Wayne said, I'm okay. I got to take care of some stuff. I'll call you when I can.
It was unreal. And so I just remember sitting there looking into his eyes and, saying a little prayer. And I was thinking about his wife, Jean, and his kids. I was thinking about Meghan and my kids.
She came to me the night that she found out that her husband had died with Joe. And she knocked on the door, and I remember I just turned sheet white, and she was worried about me. And she walked in, and she sat down on the table facing me, and she said, I want you to know that I am here for you. And I also want you to know that I don't want Joe to feel any kind of guilt over this.
We're at the coroner's office now, and a lieutenant colonel and a full-bird colonel show up from Nellis Air Force Base. They were just like,
what are you guys doing out here? Why are you dying? Why you ruining my weekend?
They had zero compassion for what the hell just happened. The Air Force sort of tried breaking it off of my ass again. People came down from our headquarters command, and I was actually on manslaughter charges 47 days.
I was scared shitless, frankly, because I knew who I married, and I knew he wasn't going to lay down.
It's like, okay, here we go again. Like, we'd sit there and look at each other and go, here we go again. And so